Welcome to IPL 5. This is Gwin here with Quantic Gaming, and I have with me Todd from Team Root. We're doing an interview here. We've got the beautiful Vegas Strip behind us. And Todd, is Vegas fun?
Yeah, it's very fun. I really like Vegas. I think it's at least my third time here, and I always enjoy it a lot.
Good stuff, man. Well, it's good to have you back. Good to have you playing. But man, what a field we had at IPL. Ridiculous. What, 40 Koreans out of 72 total players?
Yeah, there was a lot of Koreans, and at first, when I qualified for IPL, I didn't realize. I thought it was gonna be hard, but not that hard. And now, yeah, I basically just came. I played a Korean first round, then I played a non-Korean, I won, and then I played a Korean in the loser bracket, and I lost. So.
Yeah, it definitely looked like probably would you agree it's the hardest field we've ever seen at a LAN event?
I think so. I think probably the three hardest tournaments that there has been outside of GSL were the first MLG Anaheim, where a lot of Koreans started coming. This tournament and the recent MLG Dallas as well was really tough. And I've been to all three, and this is almost the only three tournaments I've played in the US. So it's a bit unfortunate for me, but I mean, if I can't beat them, it's my problem.
Yeah, man, it's really, really tough. So tell me about it. You used to be on Team Fnatic, and now you're on Team Root, but you're actually living in the Razor House in California. How do you like California so far?
I really like it. Mr. Beater invited me to come over for some time, and I came, and I don't regret it. I came almost 3 months ago, and I'm gonna leave soon, early December, back to France. But I really enjoy my time there. I've been friends with Rotterdam for forever, so it was really fun to stay at the house and just get to talk and live with them.
That's awesome to hear. Have you felt like living in the Razor House helped you out as a player skill-wise? Do you have good practice partners there? Good coaching?
I was supposed to be the coach, and practice-wise, I didn't really practice with the people in the house. I did talk strategy a little bit with the people there, especially with Panda Tank, the South African player who just came there and who's looking for a team, by the way. He's very good. If anybody's interested, talk to him. As a player, this is actually the worst moment to ask this out of me, just because these days I've been very unmotivated, and I haven't practiced much just because I have a hard time with losing, especially with Zerg, against Zerg, I mean. And yeah, it's just very dark times these days for me. I practiced a lot for the 2 years I played StarCraft, and my results have never been that good. So I was pretty disappointed these days and thinking a lot about quitting. I'm still playing like a little bit, but for example, before this tournament, instead of practicing hardcore, I was like, oh my god, I played Zerg first round. I'm just gonna play some hard subs, some fun, and go to Vegas, see what happens. And I ended up playing pretty bad here. So as a player, these days are not great, but we will see. I might live to see better days.
So, with that in mind, you said you played a little bit of HOTS. Are you excited that HOTS is coming? Do you feel like that might reinvigorate your energy to play again?
Before playing the beta of HOTS, I was not happy about it. I mean, when I read the units and stuff, I was like, oh my god, this is going to be a joke. But then when I started playing it, I actually really liked it for some reason. And I started playing it a lot, and I was doing pretty well, even if there isn't many good players playing it. But these days, all the changes that are being made to the HOTS units and stuff are like, they are taking away all the stuff that I liked about Protoss. So I don't know how much I like it there. I guess there is still the Mothership core that I really like, the Tempest as well. So those two units alone make it worth it for me to play Heart of the Swarm. And I know that Blizzard is working very hard to improve the game and to figure out what needs to be done.
That's definitely good to hear that you'll be back strong for HOTS, and we'll see more Todd. Tell me though, you mentioned it's really hard to play against Zerg. I think that's a common frustration for Protoss players right now. PvT, Protoss seems to be doing okay. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Protoss seems to do okay, even pretty good a lot of the time against Terran. But these days there is some Terran that have come up with some pretty good builds, like Innovation and Bomber as well. Bomber almost looks invincible against Protoss right now, and he's playing Creator, which is the best PvT in my opinion. So I'm really looking forward to this match that we're going to see a bit later here. But yeah, Protoss against Terran, I really enjoy this matchup, just like PvP. It's only really against Zerg that basically makes me not want to play the game a lot of the time.
All right, so kind of on that topic, if you were a balance designer at Blizzard and you could make one change to the current game, what would that change be?
Just one. It's hard to say, but it will be either the infestors being nerfed or larva inject, because almost nobody ever mentions larva inject, but when you think that Zerg can be maxed at 12 minutes against a Protoss and have drop, and the max a Protoss could have is maybe 140, 150, I already feel like there is like kind of a problem with this. But on the other hand, force fields are too good, so it makes all-in very good against Zerg, but macro game much more difficult, so I guess either Lava Inject or Infestors. It's very hard to pick one.
All right. Well, good answers there. Now, I mean, we've seen some amazing players here at IPL. The field is so stacked. Who do you think is going to take the tournament this weekend?
A Zerg. There is still Creator and Hero are still in for Protoss, and they have done a very good showing so far. So I'm not sure, but in the winners bracket, I think it's 3 Zergs and 1 Terran. I'm actually pretty impressed by Bolt. I didn't think he would beat the people that he beats until now. But like the Zergs are just so good. I think it's Linok and Sniper are still in. I would say maybe Linok. If he's playing his A game, I don't think he will lose to anyone.
All right. Strong answers. And last question. If you could pick one player in 2012 to be the most valuable player, who would it be?
I didn't know about this question. MVP maybe. Like I think a lot of people who answer MVP was very consistent throughout the year. Got a lot of good results, even with his wrist injury. There was a couple tournaments he couldn't attend, or a couple tournaments he didn't play as well as he could have in those. But overall, I would say probably MVP. I was also very impressed by Teja. Like there was a time where Team Teja was beating everyone. And Hyun as well made a very good impact on the scene these last few months. And I think this will continue on to the next year because he's such a great player.
All right, really good answers there. So any last shout-outs you'd like to make, Todd, before we wrap this up?
Yeah, shout out to my team, Root Gaming. Thanks to our sponsors, Das Gaming, Twitch.tv, and Rush Oddities. And actually, I will be returning to Europe early December. And I'm not sure yet if I will be able to stay with Root. I've been talking with Katz about it a little bit. So if there is casting opportunities for tournaments, I'm really looking into that right now because I really enjoy casting much more than playing. When I cast, I really have no stress and I really enjoy myself. But every time I play, I feel a lot of stress these days. So I've already started casting some tournaments. I opened my YouTube channel, youtube.com/.starcraft, and I made a couple of very good tutorials, or at least I think they are very good. And I really wish more people would check them out and tell them what they think about this. If you want to follow me, twitter.com/rootod.
All right, I think that wraps it up. This is Gwin with Quantic. Stay tuned for more event coverage here at IPL.